Greetings, my people. This is your man, Nze Ike, giving you an update today on my usual program called Nigeria Deserves Better. Yes. Of late, you would have noticed that there has been a systematic deportation, or rather migration, of Boko Haram terrorists, herdsmen, from the northern part of Nigeria into the hinterland of the south, especially the southeast region. I want to make it clear that anytime you hear me say the southeast region, I am clearly referring to all those places that we usually have the then Biafra, comprising today's Enugu State, Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Imo State, Abia State, Akwa Ibom State, Cross River State, Rivers State, Bayelsa State, part of Delta State, if not 2/3 of Delta State, where there are predominantly Igbos, Efiks, Ibibios, Ijaws, and the rest of them. Notwithstanding that the divisions and the creation of states sort of made people not to understand where they originally belong. But we are all specifically in the same enclave called Old Eastern Region. So I don't want to go into the South, as they say they are, because I do not understand how, in any geographical explanation, what is meant by South. Be as it may, what is currently happening in Nigeria is very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. I don't know what they plan or what the plans are, but those people that we are seeing through the internet being carried inside big trailers, especially Aliko Dangote, and other trailers, hiding them, covering them up with all sorts of things, and pushing them down to the hinterland of Eastern region is very, very worrying. And we really have to speak up. We just don't have to keep quiet. If you continue to keep quiet, things will get messed up entirely, and we'll have ourselves to blame. Yes, awareness has to be created. Our people have to know. It must not be ignored. They move in different directions. A lot of them are there right now as we speak. And these are not young boys. These are not children that they call them amajiris. No, these are grown-ups. If you look at them very well, you see these are physically fit men. And my understanding is that most of them might not even be Nigerians. They migrate from other parts of Africa, migrating into Nigeria with the sole aim of total Fulanization of the South. Listen, these people know that if they are able to get into the hinterland of the Biafra state, the Biafra states, if they are able to get to that southeast region and get themselves integrated into the system, then they have achieved a lot. This is a well-calculated thing. Yet, Aso Rock does as if nothing is happening. The president sits there, closes his eyes, whatever is happening, let it happen. He doesn't care. Nigeria is now being run on autopilot. Who is in charge of the affairs? You and I don't know. What is happening in the country today? We don't know. Nobody says anything. The moment you say, you are either branded a traitor, and all weapons of intimidation are used against you. And that's why you see that people are keeping quiet and very dangerous developments are happening in that country. We have seen the reckless shootings of the herdsmen a year ago, a year and a half ago. It has been murder upon murder, killing anybody, spraying anyhow they want. Where they get their AK-47 assault rifles, where they get the ammunition that they use, the bullets that they use, nobody says anything. The police is adamant about it. The army is adamant. Everybody's looking the other way. And the killing spree continues. They continue to kill anybody they want. Yes. It's so sad that these things are happening and we are quiet. People are not doing anything. Everybody is busy thinking that, oh, it does not concern me. But I tell you, brothers and sisters, it's getting there. It's getting there. Yes, I live in a foreign land. I'm not advocating that people should not come to our land to live, but please come and live quietly like others do. Be civil. How do you allow people with rifles freely parade the streets and shoot at sight without control? If it means that guns have to be legalized, then legalize it. Let everybody have his gun, at least for personal defense. But no, the Fulanis are free to carry the guns and kill anybody they want to do. In whatever name, what they call it Mieti Allah, they call it Fulani herdsmen, they call it bandits, whatever form. They are free. But a normal Nigerian, a law-abiding citizen of Nigeria, a Southeasterner, and a Southwesterner, even a middle belt maybe, you dare not carry any gun. The moment you do it, you are apprehended and slaughtered. For how long? What are we doing? What are we doing with ourselves? What is happening in this country? It's a total mess. For how long are we going to continue behaving this way? For how long are we continue to accommodate this? Let me tell you, and let me make it very clear. You call yourself Hope Uzodinma, and you sit down in that Owerri and talk all sorts of nonsense you want to talk. I want you to understand something as a governor of Imo State. What matters is the legacy you leave behind. One day, you'll be a free citizen. And the legacy you have left will follow you. You are there. Rochas Okoracha came and did all the nonsense he did in Imo State, brought in, turned Imo State upside down, brought in the caliphate, everything. They scattered the Gambaris, they came and turned Imo State, the whole of infiltrated Igbo land. He did it. Today, where is he? He's just there in Abuja hiding. How long he will stay, only him knows. But one day, when all these things are over, he will ask himself, what have I done to myself? You, Hope Uzodimma, you are not the choice of the people. You were never chosen by the people. You never even came in the second place. Yet, you wangled your way by crook or foul, signed every other document, accepted that you're going to do anything that the Gambaris want you to do. Now you've landed yourself in nowhere, and you are piecing them and doing whatever they want you to do. My brother, one day is one day. All these things will be over. Remember, in 3 years' time, Buhari will come down. It's just 3. Calculate it. That's a 1,000 days. And that's it. I don't know then how you're going to make it. And don't think that people are just keeping quiet, looking at you does not mean that they don't know what to do. You and I know that people are just afraid. They're just being intimidated. And that's why they're keeping quiet. But ask yourself something. What will you give out to the world? What will you give out to Nigerians? What will you give out to Ndi Igbo when all these things are over? What will you tell your own people? Let me tell you, by citizenship, you can acquire any citizen of any country and go there and abide. You can be an American citizen. You can be a Russian citizen. You can be Canadian, whatever. But your birthright is Igbo. And that you can never change. That you can never change. Because it runs in your gene. That is the only Igbo Kebo. You are the typical Igbo man. And one day you will answer the Igbo. All these nonsenses you're doing. Now, let me make this thing very, very clear to a lot of you who are busy today, especially the governors in Anambra State, governors in Ebonyi State, Enugu State, all you governors in the whole of Eastern region. I'm telling you people this live now, that one day you will all answer for all these nonsenses. Develop your states. The Igbos are watching all of you. Develop your states. Do your best for your states. Obiano, Maya, stop drinking and face what you're supposed to do in Anambra State. Because one day, you will answer for all these things. And you're going to answer it before Ndi Igbo. It will come upon you. All of you that are playing around today, these things are not going to be business as usual anymore. Think of what will happen to your children if they get ostracized because of your sins in the next 10 years. Think of a situation where your name, your reputations are tarnished in Igbo land. Think about it. Remember the likes of Obabia Seka. Today, his name is gone to oblivion. Those are the things you guys should always sleep with. And remember that Ainwabundi Igbo, the Igbos, are crying, begging you people at this stage. But you guys are seated there doing nothing. One day, you guys will come up to the self-judgment of yourselves. And that is when you know and you remember that Igbos have a way of judging our own people. So, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you today with this very short piece. And I am one of those who still believe that Nigeria deserves better. What we are having today is a total mess. Because if we can get it right in Nigeria, definitely Africa can get it right. So until I come again, this is your man, Nze IK. Nigeria deserves better. Thank you.